ninth class English. The previous class we have discussed not just a teacher but a friend. That's the point. So I hope you read the lesson, you understood the meaning well. Dear students, today we are going to learn the third unit C reading, that is homework. So you know what homework is, isn't it? Are you doing your homework? Do you like homework? Most probably the answer will be no. So in this reading, we are going to learn why the homework is giving for the students. What is the positive and negative effects of homework? How homework helps the students to understand what they learn in a better way, or how the amount of homework is high, how it will affect the life of a child. The excessive homework, how will affect the life of a child. So dear students, open your textbook on page 60. That's homework. Homework has historically been given to students to reinforce what they learn at school and ultimately to help them learn the material better. However, too much homework is not helpful and can be counterproductive. Excessive amounts of time spent on completing homework can take away the kids' social life, family time, and it limits their participation in sports or other activities. The amount of homework a teacher has to give to a student should be restricted. So, what did you understand from this paragraph? The first paragraph itself, it's telling that why we are giving homework. So homework has given to the students to reinforce what they already studied. So homework is all for a revision. What they learn or what they studied in the class, only we are revising that. So homework is given for revising or reinforcing what the student is already learned in the school or in the classrooms. Even we are giving excessive homework, it is not helpful for students. But at the same time, teachers have to give homework what is related to their topic and what they taught in the class. So homework is helping the students to understand what they learned in the class or to revise what they learned in the class. For that, we are giving homework. But the author is telling that if the excessive homework, it does not help the student. If there is a lot of homework, the child is engaged in doing homework, no other activities. He is not participating in any activities in the home, and he was not spending time for playing sports or any games, or the stress, mental and physical stress are increasing. So that is the bad effect of excessive homework. If there are a lot of homework is there, we have to spend a lot of time for doing homework. So that is not helping the students. That is distracting the students' skills, abilities and capacities. So again, we can see in the second paragraph, critically acclaimed author Tamim Ansari reports that since 1981, the amount of homework given to an average 6th class child has increased by more than 50%. As we know, the curriculum or the syllabus is changing. According to that, the amount of homework that also is changing. The pattern of the homework that is changing. So here the author is according to Tamim Ansari reports in 1981 is telling now the amount of homework is increasing day by day. Why it is increasing? Because we are living in a competitive world and we are changing our syllabus, updating our syllabus and curriculum. According to that, we are increasing the amount of homework. When we are increasing the amount of homework, what happens? We are increasing the number of books. If the number of books is increased, the weightage of the bag of child is increased. So all these problems are related. Sometimes many of the teachers are arguing that if we are giving homework, that will help the child to grow in a competitive world. But we need homework. That should not be destructive homework or excessive homework. But what we studied or what we learn only for reinforcing or only for revising that in order to understand in a better way, we have homework. So homework is only for reinforcing what we learn in the school. Not for copying the book as it is. No, that is a time wasting. So therefore, the author says, excessive homework does not helpful for the students, or excessive homework does not help the students to grow in a better way. Again, the author says that excessive amounts of homework can be harmful to kids both physically and mentally. A lot of homework usually means a lot of books to carry. 55% of the Massachusetts children, as per the survey by researchers of Simon's College, carry loads heavier than 15% of their body weight, which is the suggested limit. Carrying large amount of weight daily at a young age can do a lot of damage because bones are still in development stage. So what is the another impact of homework? Excessive amount of homework can be harmful to the kids both physically and mentally. Anyway, you know how the homework affect mentally. Because if there is a homework, you have the tension to do the homework. Even if you are not doing the homework, you have the tension to come to the school because teacher will scold and the principal will scold. So from everywhere there is a pressure to do the homework, to study and all this is. In the school, the teachers are pressuring or teachers are compelling to do the work. But when you are in home, your parents are compelling you to do the homework. So everywhere students are under pressure. So that causes the mental pressure. Then how homework will affect physically? Here the author says a lot of homework usually means a lot of books to carry. As you know, we have separate classwork book, homework book. So if there is a lot of homework, if each subject there are homeworks, then you have to carry all these books to the class or to the teacher. Then what happens? The small kids, they have to carry more than what is the limit. So the excessive weightage causes physical damage. The large amount of homework is causing kids in both high school and junior high school to be up until midnight or later. When the extracurricular activities such as sports, clubs, etc. are added to the picture, kids may even have to wake up early next morning to finish their homework, leaving them with an insufficient amount of sleep. Some parents and teachers argue that it would be beneficial to a child's academics to limit after school activities. However, cutting the time out of the few hours a week teenagers use for exercise could be a factor in the growing obesity cases. See, if there is a lot of homework, the child has to sit in the home and do the homework. So excessive time he is spending for doing the homework, sitting in home and doing the homework. Then what happens? Here the speaker said this. Here the speaker says that it causes the obesity. What is the meaning of obesity? Fat, become fat. So that is the one reason, because the students, they are not getting enough time for the exercise or the physical exercises or sports and games, or they are not getting sufficient time for the exercise. So it causes or it leads to obesity. That also the bad effect of excessive homework. Not the effect of homework, but if there is excessive amount of homework, then these bad effects happen. The number of children who are overweight has doubled in the last 2 or 3 decades. Currently, one child out of five is overweight. So now, even we are taking 5 or 6 students, among them there is one suffering with the overweight. So all these are the bad effect of excessive homework. Homework also takes away the time that a kid could be spending with his or her family rather than spending time bonding and building strong family relationships. Parents and children argue over homework. So the homework affects the relationship in the family. So homework also takes away the time of a kid, of a child, but he has to spend with his family. If he did not complete his homework, what happens? The family members, his parents or his brothers or sisters, they are compelling to do the homework. So that the relationship with the parents or siblings, that also will destroy. Because everywhere he is listening only do the homework, do the homework. Only everywhere they are pressurizing. So homework also takes away the time that a kid could be spending with his or her family rather than spending time bonding and building strong family relationships. Parents and children argue over homework. In order to maintain a good relationship with the parents or the parents with their children, what they are doing, they are arguing on homework. They are compelling the child to do the homework. Always from the school or from the parents, there is only the one way, that's to do your homework. Then another thing is that if the excessive homework or assignments are giving, then what happens? The child loses the interest in the subject. So when assignments are given carelessly and frequently, it causes students to lose interest in the subject. So they feel the subject as a boring subject. So lot of homework is there, lot of assignments are there, but it is not interesting for the students. They lose their interest in studies. And many of the time they are not spending time to do the homework, but they have to do. What they do? If they are not completing the homework, they will copy from others' book or from somewhere else. Then they are studying how to copy. So that would say a bad effect. We are not allowing the students to make use of their thinking power or their reasoning power. If the excessive amount of homework is there, the students are not able to use their thinking capacity or their reasoning capacity because they have no time to think. Many times they will resort to copying the homework, having others do their assignments or teaching in a test. Why? Because they are not ready to spend time for doing the homework. the excessive amount or the excessive homeworks are there, the students they lose the interest in the subject, so they are not ready to do the homework, simply they are copying from others. The use of homework is effective when used by the rule less is more. Overwhelming kids with lots of homework can cause them stress and possible physical injury. Homework takes away from the small amount of time kids get to spend with their parents and siblings. A limit on their physical and social activities can also take a large toll on their lives and could hinder their health and future relationships. So these are the bad effects of excessive homework. So when homework is good or effective, when we are giving the less amount of homework that is effective for the well-being or the development of the students, all-round development of the students. This is not to say that homework should be abolished, but it should be limited. The homework should also be creative and interesting so that the child enjoys it. So, even if there are bad effects of excessive homework, here the author is telling not to abolish the homework. But what we had to do, we had to reduce the number of homework. So that is the important thing. So we had to give homework that is related to the topics which the student studied in the school. So my dear students, don't think that the homework is a bad thing. Why the teachers are giving homework? In order to reinforce what you have learned in the class. If you are not doing the homework in proper time, you will forget what you studied or what you learned in the school. So that's why teachers are giving homework. What you have to do, you have to do your homework in proper time. You should have the time management. Do the homework or do the work daily. Don't keep it for tomorrow. Today's work you have to do today itself. Don't keep it for tomorrow or the next day. Then tomorrow you will tell next day. So it will go like that. So my dear students, I hope you understood the importance of homework and the bad effects of the excessive amount of homework. But you have to remember, homework means not only sitting in your home and doing or by hearting what it is written in the book. No. So homework means you have to think creatively and do it. Write it in your own way, not what is written in the books. So think creatively and do your assignments and homeworks. So dear students, as we complete this lesson, today's homework is this. You have to learn the word meaning given in the glossary and then read the lesson. Then try to find out the question answers and write in your notebooks in your own words. So answer the following questions in your own words. I hope you will do. And after writing these exercises, you have to send it me in my WhatsApp. Okay? I hope you understood the lesson and have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you very much. We will meet again in the next class. Thank you.